Ukraine is one of the biggest countries in Central Europe. City of Lviv is one of the most famous cultural places of Ukraine. The Truskavets town is located just 100 kilometers away from Lviv in the clean ecological area. The area is well known for its mineral waters and health centers. In summer of 2003, in the town of Truskavets, a new 14,000 square meters international clinic of rehabilitation was opened. Professor Kozyavkin is the founder of the rehabilitation center. He developed a new system of rehabilitation for people with injured nervous system. About 30,000 people from 60 countries around the world have been rehabilitated using this system. Why all these people want to visit our clinic? Because 20 years ago we developed a new unique system which helps all the children to speak, to smile, to make their first steps. The International Orthopedic Society recognized Kozyavkin's method to be one of the 4 most effective methods in the world. This year, the achievements of the professor in palsy treatment were in Moscow. He was awarded a prize which only Russian doctors were receiving before. Dreamed by many Russian doctors, sculpture named Doctor's Golden Hands holding crystal human's life is standing in the Ukrainian doctor's office. Recently, the professor was well received in the Brussels at the European Parliament session. From now, the Ukrainian method of palsy treatment is a part of unified European system of rehabilitation project. Another sign of achievement of the Professor Kozyavkin in palsy treatment was in Geneva. The World Intellectual Property Organization rewarded the professor with a medal for his inventions in palsy treatment. This year in September, a symposium named Innovative Technologies in Medical Rehabilitation took place in the clinic. Many leading neurologists from around the world came to the clinic in Truskavets to see by their own eyes how the method of Professor Kozyavkin works.
All specialists from all over the world, they should know that the therapy of children with cerebral palsy need cooperation, not a struggle one against the other. And I would say that the experience of all experts should come together to the child. So this meeting here is a mirror for what can planned for the future for children with CP. The second thing, what I would say to the method of Kozyavkin is, it is a multidisciplinary method which integrates the old methods, the very good methods of Bobart, Voiter, occupational therapy, speech therapy, but it is also a method where deblockade of the spine ankles, for example, rubberization, kinesiotherapy, and using the modern machines is a concept where these methods are integrated for the child.
Experts who are studying rehabilitation system in the treatment of CP in Kuwait are represented by Dr. Walid Al-Busari. In his lecture, he noted the positive result for all patients from Kuwait after the Kozyavkin rehabilitation course. He said that his intention is the cooperation with the International Clinic of Rehabilitation to provide best option of treatment for the patient from the Gulf and to implement the system in Kuwait. We can clearly see the positive results of Kozyavkin method after treatment. We are very affected when we see that after treatment in the clinic our children begin to walk and it moves to tears. We are very optimistic and hopeful that the children with cerebral palsy in our country will have an opportunity to get treatment in Kuwait by the same technology and the best conditions. The experts in neurology from Germany, Japan, USA, Russia, Norway, Kuwait and other countries were discussing issues relating to improving the quality of life of people with disabilities. Most of the participants were interested in non-drug method developed by Professor Kozyavkin. The history of this clinic counts thousands of such cases. Professor Kozyavkin has developed the method by himself. Instead of trying to cure brain injury with pills, he has chosen to massage the spine. In order to relieve the muscle pain, the professor with his colleague developed so-called quantum apparatus. All parents who have children with PC say that they go to the clinic with a great hope.
This is our 8th time that we are here in the clinic. The first time we came in 2005, and we try to go every half year in July and in February to come to this clinic. The first time before we came here, he was almost 3 years old, and he couldn't crawl then. He could only, what you see soldiers in movies, crawl with his arms. And during the first treatment he could crawl on arms and legs for about 10 meters. Half a year later, during the treatment, he improved to 100 meters crawling, but he couldn't still walk by himself, and only barely with help. And now, after 3.5 years, 4 years now, he can now walk by himself, and more steadily and steadily, and he can walk for about 50 meters. But he falls once in a while, but especially the last 2 treatments, we see him falling less and less.
About 100 children with cerebral palsy and other neurological diseases from Kuwait have been treated at the center this summer. They came for intensive neuropsychological rehabilitation. Their parents didn't even hope that the first positive signs of the treatment will come so quick.
I bring here my daughter. She's named Lujain. She's 5 years and 6 months. I was before in USA, in Minneapolis, for Rochester in Mayo Clinic, and I went to Aachen in Germany, and I went to Pesztin in Slovakia. I stay there for each country between 45 days to 2 months. And I don't get any result or any new result for my daughter. And this is the first time I came here in Ukraine in this clinic, and I saw here different things. She walked more than 100 meters alone and with a good balance. This first thing. And the second thing, she's mind now when she's walking. She's mind, he's better now. She talking, before she didn't talk. Now she speak a new word and sentence.
After the rehabilitation courses in the clinic, all patients have positive results in improvement of muscle tone, head control, speaking, crawling, sitting, standing and walking. My name is Hadi, I am from Kuwait. After 2 weeks of treatment, my muscle tone decreased. I noticed improvements in my leg movements. Now I can make several steps and I am not afraid of walking or standing up by myself. I have been in many clinics before, but I think here is the best place for rehabilitation because it gives hope to improvement of life quality. I want to thank Professor Kazyavkin for his method that helped me a lot, and I want to thank Dr. Walid and Ministry of Health of Kuwait. The clinic is designed in a way that the children and their parents feel comfortable during the rehabilitation process. The clinic has comfortable suites, advanced treatment rooms. The dining room is adapted to the needs of disabled children. After the treatment, the children and their parents can spend their free time in the recreation halls and on playgrounds. We came here to have treatment for my son. The treatment is very good and the medical staff is wonderful and well trained. I thank Professor Kazyavkin for treatment of all patients from Kuwait. The best evidence of the treatment are first steps and happy smiles of the patients.